Explay is an independent games festival. The aim of Explay in general is to grow, support and promote the Southwest games industry. The sort of core element of the Explay Festival is the conference, so we have 2 days of talks, panels, micro talks. Alongside that we have the expo area which has indie games. We've had an indie game Olympics where the audience can compete for prizes and they also vote for the best of show game.
If you are excited about your game, other people will be excited about your game. If you're not excited about the game you're making, go back to the drawing board and make something that you really want to make. It's got to be really good. You've got to want people to see this. You want to show it to people.
I wanted to go indie and I had a kind of idea how I wanted to do it, but I didn't spend months writing a giant business plan. I leapt into it and figured out things as you go along, and it's a fast-changing industry and you've got to keep adapting and moving.
It's awesome. It's just so great to sort of see things being brought to life, and also just to be in one room where everybody's just on the same page. Everybody's looking to network and looking to collaborate, talk games, make games. It's just a great place to be.
I think Explay is great. It's a lot more personal than some of the other events. It feels really tight-knit and just so much enthusiasm around it, I think, and you really feel that in the whole event.
I think above all else we've got to treat the player with respect. Treat them like an adult, and they will like your game for it, or that they'll like you for it.
Well, I love gameplay. I love gameplay mechanics. I believe there's gameplay in everything that we do. So what I'm trying to do in the workshops is illustrate to people that, you know what, you don't need a computer to make a game. We were making games long before computers even existed. The core gameplay mechanics and why things are fun remains the same all the way through, and that is stuff that you can totally learn by just sitting there with a bunch of plasticine and a bit of cardboard.
The rule I always had in my head was that if I had a year's money in the bank, I would quit my day job. That was the goal, that was the dream. But the next day, a man called Total Biscuit makes these videos about games, and he made one about Thomas Was Alone. And by the end of that week, I had 2 years' money in the bank. And it's just kind of kept going.
Explay is a great place to come and meet lots of indie developers, lots of people trying to get into the industry. You know, we need these kind of regional spaces where we can really capture the imagination of local developers.
It's an opportunity for us to meet people, developers that will help us make some games more accessible. Explay have also been able to organise a fundraising for our small charity so we can continue to help more people with disabilities to play games.
The game that I've just released, Democracy 3, is basically a game about credit ratings agencies, income tax, which you couldn't sell to any publisher on the planet. But it was outselling Rome Total War for a while on Steam, which is hilarious. But you don't know that until you make it, and I don't think I could make that game thinking what would appeal to people. You can only make the game that you think is cool.
Top prize of £250 goes to James Henderson. We have a winner!
It was great, yeah, it was well organised, great group of people. Did a little workshop on developing games, really get inside the idea of, like a condensed way of designing the game. Definitely be coming to Explay next year.
I think Explay is brilliant. They're doing really good work, getting better and better every year. I think the attendance is going up and getting more and more interesting speakers, different diverse backgrounds, and the information available to people and the talks is really good.
The games industry is changing the way that we look at creating content, creating experiences, creating value in the UK, and we need to realise just how valuable this business is, and the more people come along to this, the better it will be.